is one of the most exciting milestones in your baby's first year. For many parents, it feels like it happens overnight. One day your little one is lying on the floor, and the next, they're moving across the room on all fours. But in reality, crawling rarely comes out of nowhere. Babies usually give us signals in advance, sometimes days, sometimes weeks, that they're almost ready to take off. Most babies start crawling between 6 and 10 months of age. Some might surprise you and begin as early as 5 months, while others take their time and wait until closer to 11. And here's something many parents don't realize. A few babies even skip crawling altogether, moving straight to pulling up or cruising along furniture. Every baby's timeline is different, and that's completely normal. But if your little one is showing the signs I'm about to share, chances are very high that crawling could begin tomorrow or within the next few days. If you want more calm, smart baby tips, tap that subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. First sign: building strength with baby push-ups. Crawling requires a lot more strength than we think. It's not just about moving arms and legs. Babies need a strong core, steady shoulders, and coordinated arm muscles to support their body weight. That's why one of the earliest clues is when your baby starts doing what looks like baby push-ups. You might notice your little one lifting the chest off the floor, pushing up on straight or bent arms, and holding that position longer than before. Sometimes they even pivot their body slightly while up on their arms. This is training their own baby workout session. If you see your baby practicing these mini push-ups more often, it's a sign the muscles are almost strong enough to take the next step. To encourage them, give your baby plenty of tummy time on a firm but comfortable surface. Place a favorite toy just beyond reach, not too far, just enough to spark curiosity. That little bit of challenge motivates them to push higher and harder. And here's an important note. Babies who don't get enough tummy time sometimes crawl later because their muscles develop more slowly. So make tummy time a regular part of your baby's play. Second sign: rocking back and forth. After strength comes balance. One of the clearest signals that crawling is around the corner is when your baby starts rocking on all fours. Picture this: they get onto their hands and knees, then begin to gently move forward and backward like a little rocking horse. This rocking teaches your baby how to shift their weight safely from hands to knees and back again. It's practice for coordination, the same coordination they'll need to actually crawl forward. Sometimes babies will rock for a week or two before they figure out how to launch themselves forward. If you see this rocking, get excited. Crawling is usually just days away. You can help by placing something motivating a short distance away: a colorful toy, a ball that moves slightly, or even yourself. Babies love moving toward faces they recognize. And don't underestimate your encouragement. Clapping, smiling, and cheering actually boost your baby's confidence and often inspire them to keep practicing. Third sign: holding the crawling position. The next step is mastering the crawling stance. This is when your baby consistently gets into the classic crawling position: hands planted firmly on the floor, knees tucked under the body, and the belly lifted off the ground. At first, your baby may only manage a second or two before collapsing onto the tummy, but over time, you'll notice longer and longer holds. Some babies even push up into a little plank, balancing on hands and toes. That's incredible strength for such a tiny body, and it's the body's way of rehearsing. When you see your baby spending much of their playtime practicing this position, crawling is very close. A tip here: make sure your baby has safe, open space on the floor. If they're always sitting in a bouncer or confined to a playpen, they don't get the chance to practice movement. The more floor time they get, the faster this skill develops. Fourth sign: moving backward before forward. Now here's the fun one that surprises many parents. Believe it or not, a lot of babies move backward before they figure out how to go forward. You might place a toy just in front of your baby, expecting them to reach it, and then watch them scoot farther and farther away instead. Sometimes this even frustrates babies. They want to go forward, but their body hasn't figured it out yet. Why does this happen? Because pushing backward is actually easier. Babies use their arms to push against the floor, but they haven't yet mastered how to pull with the arms while coordinating leg movement. The brain is still working out the sequence. The good news? This backward motion is progress. It shows your baby already understands how to move the body across space. Forward crawling usually comes very quickly after this stage. So if your baby is scooting backward, don't worry, they're on track, and the forward breakthrough is coming soon. Fifth sign: determination to reach something. The next major sign is motivation. When your baby suddenly becomes determined to reach something, a favorite toy, a snack, your phone, the family pet, or even you, that determination often sparks the very first crawl. Up until now, reaching and rolling may have been enough. But once your baby realizes they need to move across the floor to get what they want, they'll keep trying until they figure it out. Combine that drive with the strength, the rocking, the stance, and the backward scooting, and you have all the ingredients for forward crawling. Sixth sign: experimenting with crawling variations. Finally, one more sign many parents don't realize. Babies often experiment with different crawling styles before they do the classic hands and knees crawl. Some babies try the army crawl or commando crawl, pulling themselves forward on their belly, using their arms while dragging their legs. Others might pivot on their tummy, scoot sideways, or use one knee tucked under while the other leg pushes, all perfectly normal. These variations are a baby's way of testing their body, learning coordination, and discovering the most efficient way to move. Eventually, most babies transition into the traditional crawl. But even if they don't, these movements still build strength, balance, and confidence. So don't worry if your baby's crawl looks different, it's all part of healthy development. Crawling usually begins between 6 and 10 months, but remember, every baby is unique. Some will crawl sooner, some later, and some may skip crawling altogether. What matters most is steady progress and exploration. Crawling isn't just about movement. It's about independence, confidence, and discovery. It's the first time your baby can decide for themselves where to go. And that's a huge step in their development. So when you start seeing these 6 signs, the push-ups, the rocking, the crawling stance, the backward scooting, the determination to reach, and experimenting with different crawling variations, get ready. Because very soon, your little one is going to surprise you by moving across the floor on all fours. And trust me, once they start crawling, your world changes too. Everything becomes a little faster, a little busier. Tell me in the comments, how old is your baby right now? And what made you start worrying about crawling? I love reading your stories. And if you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe for more baby tips. And don't forget to give this video a like to help other moms find it too.